Hey guys, Gary from Automatic Door and Hardware, and today's topic is essentially for all the new people to the door hardware industry. And the question is essentially, what is the thing that slows down a door? Well, there are a few things that can slow down a door, but probably what you're talking about is what we call a commercial door closer, or also referred to as a hydraulic door closer. A door closer is a type of safety device which is required for ADA compliance and fire code, and it essentially automatically closes the door after a pedestrian opens it. And it does this through the use of spring and hydraulic, the mix of springs and hydraulics. So essentially the standard door closure you may see walking into a retail store or anything like that is usually a cast aluminum shaped product that's located at the top right hinge side of the push side of the door. And or sometimes it could be mounted on the pull side too. They can be mounted in 3 different configurations. But essentially how it works is within that door closer body is a high tensile spring that is within the closer body, followed by a what we call a rack gear, or sometimes referred to as the piston. And then at the base of the door closer body is the arm spindle, and the spindle actually goes into the closer body. It has needle bearings and seal, and that actually rides perpendicular to the rack gear. So how it works is when the spindle rotates from the door opening, essentially the rack gear will move laterally, and the spring's right beside the rack gear, so it actually will compress the spring. So how it works is when when a pedestrian uses the door and it swings all the way open, it's actually compressing the spring inside of the door closer. And what happens is once the pedestrian is at the full open door position and exits the door, passes through the doorway, the spring is now fully compressed and it now needs to uncompress. So when it uncompresses, it turns that potential energy into kinetic energy, and it closes into the full closed position. Now, with just the spring mechanism alone, yes, it would close the door, but it would close it at a fast rate, which would be unsafe. So the typical design of a door closer includes hydraulics, and hydraulic fluid is pressurized within the closer body. Hydraulic fluid can pass from the piston side to the spring side. Obviously, as this piston or the rack gear compresses the spring, there's more space over on the rack gear side for hydraulic fluid to flow. The thing about hydraulics is the basic idea is that the liquids cannot be compressed. So essentially, if you have a standard door closer body and you have a rack gear here and you have the spring here, with hydraulic fluid on both sides, when somebody opens the door, the spring side is losing space. That hydraulic fluid cannot be compressed. It has to go somewhere. Well, there are tiny little channels etched into the closer body that allow that hydraulic fluid to travel from that side to the other side of the door closer. And in those channels are adjustment valves, which control the flow at which the hydraulic fluid is allowed to pass. This is how you essentially dampen the closing speed, or control the speed at which the door closes. So essentially, that is how a door closer works. That is the device, I guess, that people would say is the thing that slows down a door. We at Automatic Door and Hardware sell our own line of commercial door closers called the Commando door closer. We have a couple models. If you are in the market of replacing your existing door closer or looking for a new commercial door closer, we're your guys. I'll put the link down below. Email us if you have any questions at sales@autodoorandhardware.com, or check out our website, autodoorandhardware.com. All right, thanks guys.